Hello, folks. Welcome. It's Good Friday, Passover. It's really a auspicious day. But I'm going to cheat. And I'm going to cheat because I'm actually going to take a blog I wrote probably 2 years ago that resonated with a lot of people. And increasingly, I found myself alluding to that particular blog when I meet people for the first time. So it's quote unquote known as the SParrow blog. So I just wanted to share that with a bigger community over here, especially on this special day of Good Friday and Passover, so we can collectively learn from what I encountered about 2 years ago. So long story short, so I was walking my dog Jackie on a cold December morning, and it was an important day for me because I was between jobs and I had a important venture capitalist meeting coming up in Sandhill Road, about 30 miles north of where I live. So I was walking the dog, and then I saw this lifeless sparrow, seemingly lifeless sparrow on the ground. It was 7:30 in the morning. I had to get to Sandal Road by 9 a.m. So I just walked past, and then something made me pause just a little bit, and I took 4 steps back to where the sparrow was. Took a look at it again closely, and I noticed its beak quivering. At that point, I know I could not ignore it and just walk past. So luckily, it happened to be trash day, so there was a neighbor's trash can which had a newspaper inside of it. So I took the newspaper, I scooped the sparrow, and with Jackie, my dog, leash in one hand, and then this sparrow in on the newspaper on the other hand, I was walking down the street. And my mind was already churning, saying, "Hey, I get home, then I call Dr. Qureshi at the Cupertino Animal Hospital and be able to drop off the sparrow over there and rush through to Sandhill Road, where I'm going to meet the venture capitalist Chris Trust." So I get home, I call Dr. Qureshi, and Tara, the assistant, picks up the phone and says, "Hey, what's going on? Is Jackie okay?" I say, "Hey, Jackie is fine. I have this sparrow with me that seems to have gotten into this weird state because of the cold. I think it's alive. Can I drop it off with you?" And she said, "Is that a wild animal?" And I said, "I guess you have to qualify that as a wild animal because I don't own the sparrow." She said, "No, go, we can't take it." And I said, "Why?" She says, "For reasons that we are regulated and we can't take wild animals, what I would suggest is you go 30 miles east to East San Jose to the Penitencia Creek, and they will be able to assist you." So I looked at my watch at that time. It's 8 a.m. in the morning. I need to be up in Palo Alto at 9 a.m. And I was not going to make it. So I pick up the phone, call Chris, and leave this really incredulous sounding message, which I thought he's going to really say, "You know what? I don't know what the hell you're smoking." But I got a voicemail, and I left that message. And then I dashed down to Penitencia Creek with the sparrow at the back of my car. So reached there. Luckily, they were open. So I dropped the sparrow off, and I drive another 50 miles from East San Jose to Palo Alto. Went to this coffee shop where I was going to meet Chris. So Chris has this most deadpan look. I mean, that's how he has an expressionless look about him. So I went over there, explained what happened all over again. No expression. Then we started engaging in conversation. Finally, it ended. I went back home, and I got a call from the CEO later that evening saying, "Hey, Chris really liked you." And that ended, but something triggered me to write that blog. But really, there are three takeaways for me over here, right? Number one is life is never black and white. And I use this in the context of product management and business management, where you're always faced with issues. Should I do this? Should I do that? And the thing that at least guides me is my ethical and moral framework. So, first instance of that was lifeless sparrow on the road. My life beckons. I'm between jobs. I can easily rationalize saying, "You know what? Sparrow doesn't matter. My life is more important." And I chose not to do that. Second, Dr. Qureshi. So I did my best. I was going to drop it off at the vet, but I could have easily said, "You know what? Tough luck, Sparrow. Life goes on." But I didn't do that. The third thing is I could have bluffed my way to Chris talking about a flat tire or some family emergency, something which is more reasonable sounding, but I chose not to do that. So enough pats on my back, but I screwed up, and I screwed up big time because I did not follow up. I never called Penitencia Creek asking how the sparrow was doing. This despite the fact that they gave me a note with the ID of the sparrow saying, "Hey, call us tomorrow and we'll tell you how how the SParrow is doing, but I did not do that. Again, in business context, I look at that and say, as a salesperson or a product person, we make the sale and we walk away, but we never go back and check how the customer sentiment is. How are they feeling? Did everything that we claim pan about or not? So for me, again, there was a lot of business learnings, life learnings from this seemingly innocuous episode that I put in a blog that resonated a lot. And like I said earlier, I've been using this over and over again. So I just thought I'd make a quick video out of it, throw it over the fence and see whether it sticks with a broader audience. And if it does, I'm grateful to have shared this life lesson. More later. Again, happy Good Friday, Passover, more later.